How did you start? Like, did you already had this feeling like you want to do animation, or somebody told you that this is a career?
No, no, no. I was into drawing when I was a kid because I saw my father doing the drawings and chart stuff
Okay.
for the neighbors' kids and everything. So I think I got it from there. Then I was always into drawings and stuff. So I thought, my teacher scolded me, "You are choosing drawing over Sanskrit and all that stuff" when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Then I said, "I'm sorry, sir, I can't do this, but I have to do drawing and everything like this." So I was very interested into that. So I got into drawing as a subject.
Okay.
Yeah. After that, into 11th, 12th, I got science. I think I was an above average student, like 80% to between 70%. Then I also enjoy studying. Yeah, I love physics and maths. No question. Then then one day I think about, like, I asked to my computer science teacher, like, what is animation? How one can join it? Then he had no idea what I was talking about. Then he googled it and searched it for me. Then I used to be in school after the, like, study hours. Then I pick up him on his brain, like, so what, tell me what it is. How should I get it? Then he told me, like, that it was in Delhi. He told me a few names. One I remembered, like Mac.
Yes.
Yeah. Then I went there, inquire about stuff. Then I got to know that, oh, it's okay. So till then I don't have no idea.
So
Any idea, like, yeah.
now what do you think? Like at this stage, after learning, and now after having the experience, what do you think? Like how much is the value you get when you learn through the institutes, and according to like what is required in the industry, how much can
Yeah.
you give the percentage? Like this much percentage of the knowledge is given from their end.
To be honest, when I was in institute, it was like, mm, closer to zero, I guess. I just came to know the tools there, like this is called graph editor, this is top sheet, and this is modeling, this is, I just got to know the tools. Then
So,
it was very ironic that my teachers told me that you can't do animation, and then I was like, leave it. So I used to live in a PG there in Delhi when I was studying. Then for 4 months I stopped going to the that institute.
okay.
Then I studied it myself, watching the Sean Kelly. The animation mentor just then started, so they post some 3 minutes videos.
So you did animation mentor?
No, 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 no. On YouTube, I saw you. I used to watch their videos, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes videos. They always posted, like, about what is overlap and everything.
Yes, yes.
So I learned from there by watching them or listening to their interviews and stuff. Then I started applying for the job. I applied for almost like 30 studios at the time, and for my first job. So someone is giving me like 4,000, 7,000.
Yes.
Some wants me to work for free. And there is an interesting story about the studio. It was in Panchkula.
Okay.
So I applied there. They asked me to, like, okay, we have seen your reel. Now we would like to take a test. And I was like, okay. Then I went to Panchkula the next week, and they said straight to me, like, we have seen your animation. So can you do this a robot model for me? So I was like, what? Sorry, I can't do this. I have already applied for animation job. So they didn't listen. So I was like, I am leaving. If you are not giving me animation job, then I am leaving. They said it's okay. So there's around 30 companies I applied. Then I got into the Prismart. Yeah.
This
That
is
was my
this is
first company.
quite a lot of frustration, I feel, when we start into the animation industry, because we
Yeah.
realize that we did not learn anything. That is the major shock we get when we get for the test and this thing. Like especially as a
Yeah.
beginner, now we have the
Yeah.
confidence that we can crack the test and everything. But as a
Yeah.
beginner, if we think about where we were at that point of time, then it feels like very much frustrating. Like we don't know any. I did not know how to reference a character when I went for the first test. I was
Yeah.
like,
Same
what
for
is
me.
reference editor? I did not hear in my full 3 years what is reference editor. So I was like, what is this? So then I came to know that it is for not like referencing every file so that you don't make the scene heavy. And then
Yeah.
it was a shock for me. And then at that time, I thought that yes, there is a need to maybe educate people in the right way in the animation industry. But I did not know maybe sometime I will do this or not. But now, like recently, not recently, around 6, 7 months ago, I found a mentor, and then I felt like, yes, this is something I should do because there is nobody doing it, and there is a need for this. Like somebody has to come up and do the right thing.
Yeah.
Like this is
And
enough of the time when people are just coming in and doing, just thinking nothing about what will going to happen and what will they learn. No guidance, first of all. Forget about the institute and everything. There is no
yeah.
guidance, only like what is animation, how does it work, what are the fields inside animation. So when I do webinars, people come and they say, sir, abhi ka abhi sikha do animation. Like abhi sikha do, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. They feel like it is a button that you press and the characters get animated.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is very much necessary to make them aware how does it work. So that is why I feel like I can call animators and they can share their work, and so that people whoever watches and they come to know that yes, this is how industry work is done. Not about teaching. Teaching thing is different actually. Teaching is very
Yeah.
different, and teaching is just to make them understand what is the thing. The professional work is quite different, but if the teaching is right, then only they can do the professional work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what we see,
So
yes,
yeah, I was telling like what teachers we got were like they finished their degree or whatever diploma, and I think there was a course for teachers for 1 year, so they completed that and they came straight to the institution to teach students.
yes,
So there were no production experience.
yes,
That is what I understand now. But
yes.
when I was in institute, I have no idea. Like you need to have a production experience.
Like this is the fact. People, I
Yeah,
know that if I ask to anybody in the industry in whole India, if I go to anyone from the industry, everybody will tell that there is a major gap in learning animation and what we do in the production environment. Major gap, not small gap, is a huge gap. So that needs
yeah,
to be filled out. Somebody has to come up. People talk about this, but nobody comes up and wants to do something like, yes, I can do this and I can change something so that students have a better future. So this is what I feel is I must do. If nobody is doing, then I should take that responsibility and move ahead, and so that people at least
mm,
come to know what is the career. Now people know about engineering. Like yes,
yes,
if it is mechanical, then this is going to happen, or I will become this. But in animation, nobody knows. They think like, okay, because there is no certification and this thing required, they think like it is just a 1 day, 2 day, 1 month course or something will happen and we can do animation and start earning money. Many of the students
yeah,
are like, I want to open a YouTube channel. So they are like, I want to learn animation. And they feel like it is very easy and they can create those rhymes. Even the rhymes is also difficult. If you tell a fresher, they will not be able to do the rhymes as well. Forget about the
yeah,
professional animation.
yeah. It's
So
hard.
it's hard. It's actually hard. It is very much necessary to make them aware that it is hard. Don't just come to make money. Understand this is hard. You need a lot of patience to just
Yes,
crack this. This is okay.
yeah,
This is a cool career, anyways. Like better than other careers. This is for sure. But you need patience. You need clarity. What you have to do. If you understand everything, then you will enjoy the work and you will enjoy the career for sure.
Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah.
Just because
So
we don't know this, that is why we get frustrated, because we are not aware what is going to happen. Then we get something attacked on us and we feel like lost. What is happening? What is happening?
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So and one of the reasons like people don't enjoy it, like they are not proud enough. Like they are animators or modelers or asset
Yes.
guys or into texturing. They are not proud enough. That is what I felt.
Yes. Actually,
So yeah,
this
they
is majorly
then they
about
tend,
a mindset, I guess. Like they really don't give themselves the authority, or what we call, they don't love their work. Like I am
yeah.
doing something great. They don't feel that way.
Mhm. Maybe it's how our society is like. If you show your parents, they have no idea. If you show your friends, they have no idea. Then where are you gonna go? You sometimes you go to LinkedIn, post your stuff, then people will be like all renting.
Mm.
Like, dude, you have to improve. What is this? Then that I just 5 minutes before this thing, I was looking at a post. Uh, some guy posted an animation like blocking into step,
Mm.
then there is only one comment and it was nothing into that comment is like good work, keep it up or anything. He just starts straight off the bat like you have to shoot a reference and this. He has given him like 10 feedbacks on that thing. So I don't think he won't post anything again on LinkedIn.
Yes. Yes, this is like, this is actually, we should help the beginners. See, first of all,
Yeah,
there is a gap. They don't know what they have to do, and they are trying something on their own.
yeah,
Then we should at least appreciate and give them the right feedback, that this is
yes, yes,
how you can improve. Because even after paying, there is nobody to teach you right. You are
yes,
paying lakhs of rupees and you are not getting the right knowledge. Then people come and post it on the channels and everywhere, social media. They feel like somebody will give the some what we say, tips or what I can do.
yeah,
But
yeah,
most of
yeah,
them reply. I have also seen that okay, this is not working. This you should do this. So there is a way of talking to beginners. So if you do demotivate them at the very beginning, then they will not do it again.
yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
They will eventually stop posting and they
yes,
will be stuck there in a studio or somewhere. They will be not happy, but they will do what they are doing for the like next 2 to 3 years, maybe
yes.
the
This is
same animations. Yeah,
yes, yes. So we have to do something. Somebody has to do something. So
yeah,
I think like this is not majorly talking about animation, but talking about the soft skills, how to deal with people and how to keep yourself happy or engaged or love your work. If you do those things, learn those things, then only you can enjoy the work. This is something
yes,
great. You have to feel that this is great. Until you don't feel it, it is great, then you will be frustrated and maybe you will be lost. I was lost. I know I have been through that pain. So now I realize that yes, actually there is nobody who is talking about these things in the internal level, what we are feeling
yes, yes,
inside ourselves. Though this is a great career, but if people don't know this is a great career, what they are doing is really great, and there is nobody to appreciate them, then they will get
yeah,
demotivated.
yeah, definitely. This is what I learned when I came to MPC last year. So I currently I'm in London team, working with London team, and they are very supportive, like with the feedbacks or everything. So there is a whole lot of difference between Indians like working at Indian studios or with working Indian supervisors or leads. There's a lot of difference. Difference. The way of talking is very different. The words are very different, so it's way much different.
Yes, words
Yeah.
matter a lot. If you say
Yes, yes.
the wrong word at the wrong time, then it is going to affect. Yes, what we
And
might take it in other way. Like if you don't, we might misinterpret, right? That what is
yeah,
actually.
if not best misinterpret, like if I am an artist and someone give me I shown a shot or something to my soups or leads or even colleagues, my seniors, anyone.
Hmm.
If they don't start it with a very good or anything like that, then I think it is at some level it's gonna affect me showing them again.
Yes.
Yeah, I would not show them or something like I would hesitate. Is that the word?
Yes, yes. No, I
Yeah,
also felt like yes, there is a lot of difference, and approaching animation is also very much different. How they do it, and forget about the quality, how they
yeah, yeah,
start doing it, that is very different. What they think about those characters. Okay, yes, the quality is very much different, but still we have to follow the process, and students are not aware about the process. Forget about students also. Many of the people who are having this 4 5 years experience, they also don't know how to start. They just
yeah,
like
yeah,
worker. They have a worker mindset. You are given a shot, just start it. Don't think about anything, just start, finish it, and give it. That is what
yeah,
I used to do the same thing. If you don't plan, what I felt like whenever I used to not plan, then I used to get messed up. Like
yeah,
if I
yeah,
get stuck somewhere, then I will be stuck. I will change that thing so much that I will be confused like what I have to actually do in that shot.
yeah. It happens. I
Yes,
have seen it happened to me also, and I have seen others also. But this thing affects you when your experience is increasing and you are expecting a higher salary.
mhm.
Then this thing is going to affect you, and then you are all over the places. Like you want to improve, but you don't know how to improve.
Yes, yes. And
Then you then
somewhere I feel like if you don't get appreciated, maybe in terms of finances and in terms of your work, so there might be some internal challenges you are facing at that point of time. You might be very good, but sometimes you might not be performing well. But
yeah,
at that time, if your earlier work is not considered, then people get demotivated. Like I used to do this great work, but they never appreciated, or I
hmm,
did not get the raise. That happens, like
yeah,
that
yeah,
happened with me. So yes, there were challenges and I could not do it. So they were also shocked, like how he can behave like this. So he used to work so good, and I used to do other people's shot as well after finishing mine. And then
hmm,
suddenly, what happened to Naresh? Like he is not doing his own shots. So yes, there was a phase in my life like I was very much depressed and I did not know what to do with this, and I was very much lost. So I could not do anything. Like I could not do a simple shot in animation because I could not think only how to do. My mind was working somewhere else.
yeah.
So it is very much important to work fully, like holistically. We have to work on a personality, on a person, so that he can focus on the work, what he is doing, and feel good about it.
Yes, yes.
How we should be positive always, so that we
Yeah, it's
attract
very
positive things.
yeah, it's very important.
What I would like to ask you, like, what do you feel? Have you seen, like, you might be having colleagues when you have traveled so much in India while working. So, what do you think? I have seen a lot of people, almost everybody is talking negative. I have
About
seen about animation, like uh,
okay.
about salary or whatever. Like, nobody will tell that, yes, I am happy. I have not heard this thing. I am happy doing animation. Everybody is like teasing something, making something out, or I don't like this. I don't like the boss, or I don't like this studio, or I don't like the work. Somewhere they are just negative, negative, negative. I did not feel this positive environment, like-minded people. What do you think about this?
Yeah, it's pretty much there. But if you have a bigger goal, then you don't have to care about it, I guess. I don't know.
Yes.
It's sort of personal preference, I guess. Because your cause is very different. Like you want to like have everyone clear about it, like what they wanna do or what is it, animation or and about animation, but what I feel like on personal level, be clear what you want. Then these things or these thoughts or people, what people talk won't affect you. If
Yes.
you have a bigger goal, like you don't want to be here, like there's a saying like kuwe ka menda. Yes.
So this is like self-development thing which people are not aware about in our industry. If they don't
Yeah.
work on their self, then they will not be able to be apart from those people who talk negative. They will be
Yes.
a part
Yes.
of
Yes.
those people.
Yeah. Yeah. I personally think if you like your colleagues are like this negative and everything, then and you are not, you don't see negative things, you only see like you have a bigger goal to achieve, you won't let these things to stop you, then you can like not literally, but you can see them, they have a different group, and you might be alone, but you have a different group of colleagues and everything, like their talks are different, everything is different,
Yes.
but other in your group you will be sharing your ideas or
Yes.
anything. It doesn't matter you execute them or not, but you find yourself sharing ideas.
Yes.
But on the other group you will be like, I'm going to leave the animation, I will buy trucks, and
Yes.
and
I
I,
was
I
one of them. I have been through those things. I have been into the negative zone. I have been to the
yeah,
positive zone as well. So I have the experience of both the things, and I can easily relate myself with that, and I can. That is why I can help people in this journey, in their journey, like by
yes,
becoming a guide and letting them know that this is going to happen if you do this, and at this point of time you might face these challenges. So if they are
yes,
aware
yes,
and they know that yes, this is happening, let's just chill out and this is going to go. And how I can uh, overcome, then they will learn how to overcome those things because they will be already aware of those things.
yeah. When you are into trouble, or like you are not feeling well about your work or anything, or in personal life, these things like seems to be way much bigger, but once when you overcome them, then you will be like, oh, okay,
Yes,
the like it's that's it. But now,
yes,
so
yes.
yeah, you can laugh on it.
Yes. When we are in the positive zone, we feel like laughing like, what did I do? Was
Yeah,
it necessary? Like, this is so silly. I did
yeah,
so silly mistakes and yes, this
yeah.
happens.
Mhm.
So, would you like to share any of your animation short what you did so that like people can understand how does it work in the animation, how
Yeah,
they can apply that?
yeah, sure, sure.
And
I'm gonna share my screen. Are you seeing it?
yes, yes,
Okay. So first, I want to start with my very first animation that I called finished.
okay. So when you started
this
animation,
it this video I made in like 2013 or 14,
oh,
starting early days.
oh,
So I was still in the institute. I used After Effects, Photoshop, Maya, and everything. This is my very first animation, which I called finished. Then recently, I did this personal shot at
I love
Griffin
this shot.
Animation. Yeah,
I was surprised, like looking at if I would have not have seen this thing like the final
yeah.
part, only the final part. If you show somebody, it will be like this is real. Then, like after the breakdown, I came to know that okay, this is animated.
Yeah, yeah. I have breakdowns for you also.
Yes, it is really awesome.
So I think this is a blocking pass, very first blocking. So I got uh, this main reference. I call it a main reference because it has all the things that I want to do. Then I later on me and my mentor decided to like add something here. Like it is going very flat. Then we explored some ideas. Then came to this thing, sliding thing,
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
now we
That I
Yeah, now people, yeah. Now my friends and everyone loves that slide. Everyone talks about that.
yes, I also came to know that, like while watching this video again and again,
Mm,
I watched it
yeah,
multiple times, and I felt like I really felt nice about that thing, that slide you did. This, these also the flesh which they are having, the meat, that is
yeah.
also like really, really animated very well. Like, have you used muscles in that? Because it's
There is an artist Dominic. He helped us on this thing. I will show you this FX pass.
uh,
So hit with this in Houdini. And
so this is what you animated, the meat, the flesh, or it was like into muscle and this thing. It was a
there are
simulation.
two. Yeah. There are two parts for it. Like first part, if you see the first part, in first part it is a simulation. Here it is simulation. The deer is simulated
Okay.
on my few poses, like very rough few poses. It was a simulation over it. Then after when the deer is gone, it is only key animation.
Here, when it is in the mouth.
Yeah, here it is simulation, and when it's gone, it's all key animator. Here it's all key animation.
Okay. So when it is fully one part, then it is,
Yeah,
that time it is simulated.
yeah. Now the deer is simulated. This thing ripping apart and everything. This is all simulation.
Mhm.
So that's why it is feeling like little rubbery.
Yes, it was
And
feeling rubbery, and I was like, it
yeah,
is. I felt like it might have been done into simulation, but then I
yeah,
thought that yes, this is animated, so might be you might have animated this as well, the meat.
yeah. Initial idea was to animate it, but then we got someone to help us. He
But
was
this
very
is
generous
really good.
to
This
help
is
us.
really good. The feel is really
Yeah.
good.
So if you see the left top corner, then this is a layout thing I did. Just very first pass on it, just the layout thing. Then this thing, right top corner.
Conclusion
This is
part.
lighting.
Okay.
Yeah, with lighting and all the FX system.
Mhm.
Then left bottom is like fur, and right bottom is rendered version.
So this is something personal you did, or you did for some project.
No. It's an online course I did at Griffin Animation. It's a personal shot I did.
Okay. Okay.
And this is some progression for the ground. In the start, our idea is very different, but we have like in terms of this environment, ice, snow, and stuff. We haven't planned for it, but Shankara, he did all this like, lighting for and that environment. He showed us a pass with snow, then we really liked it. And then my mentor and I said like we can work on this. This looks really awesome.
Yes, it looks really awesome. The final render is like wow. So like
Shankar,
it gets so much improved after we see the final render. Wow. If we see the gray render, then we can see
uh,
like the animation is great. But when we see the final render, it is like unbelievable that it is CG.
we also tried this snow simulation, but we ran out of time and we didn't do it. So snow
Okay,
simulation.
okay. Here also you were planning to do the simulation of this.
Not me. Shankara Kumar, he helped us on snow, this simulation
Oh,
and environment, lighting, for renders, everything. Just animation is done by me.
yes, yes.
And There's a different ground.
The ground is different here, no?
Yeah. We're just exploring ideas.
Okay. In that, you get more focus on the characters. So in this, I feel the background is very much into the character. So we
Yeah.
cannot differentiate the character from the background.
Yes. That's why we went for full snow.
Yes. What exactly is this? Simulation.
No, this is I parented some cones and these cubes to the rig
For what
to
purpose?
to help me, like, if you see, is shaking, like
Yes.
doing this thing. In rig, I couldn't decide like how much he is shaking or a thing. It's very hard. I found it very hard to determine the rotations. Then
You did the rotation in the shapes first?
no. I just checked on the shapes and then adjusted with the controller. Like, is it going crazy or what is it? Because when I was animating directly on the rig, but I couldn't decide like, is it too much or is it less or what is it?
Oh, okay. So
Mm,
you created boxes and you parented with your controller, whatever you are animated.
yes. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, okay. This is
It gave
something
me an
new I
idea.
didn't know.
Yeah, it really helped me to simplify the movement because with the whole rig, I couldn't see it clearly with the Lambert shader and the lighting.
So
It was all flat.
how did you come to know about this? Like this practice to check how it is working.
E- Maybe I saw someone on YouTube.
Oh,
I don't correctly remember, but this is what I very often I use. I still use this thing
mhm.
in production also.
Good.
It
Something.
gives me an it gives me a clear idea. Like I don't have to worry about how the rig is gonna look and everything.
Mhm.
Is the rotations right or translation is right? This gives you a quick overview, I guess,
Yes.
without doing a play blast or anything.
Mhm.
This is very low poly. You can directly play it on viewport.
Yes.
And this is also something we tried, like adding the bone into the layer, but it didn't work out, so we removed it.
Oh. So these kind of bone structure, why you use these kind of bone structure? So the normal rig is different, right? That is
Yeah, it's
one
whole.
thing. And for
Yeah.
this,
Uh, the rig what I had was like it's hollow rig, like the typical CG rig. It's a hollow rig. There's nothing inside of it, like no, just this outer mesh, no bones and muscle system. There's nothing.
yes.
Yeah, we were just trying things like if this gonna help us to remove that rubbery feel, I guess.
Okay.
Then this thing didn't work out, so it's not like modeled properly.
So in VFX, when first you have to do the animation on the normal holo rig, and then
Yeah.
they add the structure and muscles after animating the character.
Yes.
Okay.
We we animate, then it got approved, then we do the cache thing. They use that cache and apply their muscle system. It is already there. They just have to apply it to the that cache we gave them.
Okay.
Yeah. And can I share my stop motion?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Did
also
you
did
have
this.
this thing or what you did on once you shared that National Geographic or what the video?
But the shot,
Yes, you mentioned about the shot on some.
no, no, it's just on LinkedIn, I guess, and just on LinkedIn and my mentor's website, like Griffin on Griffin's website. That's it.
Which one? That I'm talking about, which you did some on National Geographic for something you did the animation, no, for on a project.
This shot, wolf shot.
No, not this one. One more you did on.
What shot was it?
The feature.
Prehistoric. You are talking about like prehistoric planet.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah. It's my production work. Like I'm working at MPC, so we were working on that show.
Okay. So it's
Yeah,
not been released yet.
it's released. It's on Apple TV Plus.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
there are 5 seasons,
you
5
have any
episodes.
you have any output for that reference or
Uh,
something?
uh,
Final version.
I can help you with final version. Uh,
Maybe you can share now the other
mm,
stuff and then we can talk about that.
yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a stop motion I did way back in 2012, I think, when I just started my animation studies. We were a group of 5, so we did this.
Stop motion needs a group. It's very difficult to handle alone.
Yeah. So there were problems, and we solved it, and we were very happy with the result.
Yes, yes. I see these movies like some of the stop motion movies are really crazy. You cannot even
Yeah.
differentiate how they do that thing.
Yeah. Especially those from the studio Leica. The recently they were like
Samurai, which was
way
the movie? Uh,
no
Samurai.
from that studio Leica. Paranormal. There's a
Yes,
movie called Paranormal.
yes,
Yeah.
paranormal.
Yeah. Then they every time they comes up with a movie, and it's way far better than their previous one.
Yes, yes. They are more into this, like they give their heart and soul in getting the output.
Yeah.
This is what we need. If everybody does that, no, then we can also have produce that quality of work.
Yeah. I'm looking for the prehistoric thing. Mhm. Yes, here it is. I'm sharing again now.
Kubo, yes. Kubo was the movie. Like I was really
Yeah.
surprised
Kubo.
how beautifully they have done that stop motion.
So these are the shots I worked for prehistoric planet.
All VFX.
Yeah.
So for these, you had any reference or
Yeah. We used to search for reference always. For this, we search for like giraffe or anything with a long beak and a long neck. We mix them both, or like if there are 5 references, then we will mix all of them. So these are dinosaur which have a very long neck and a very long beak with these things, wings.
hmm,
For these, we usually had references of like elephants and rhinos, hippos, everything.
what is it about? Like the whole thing, the series?
It it's about dinosaurs.
Okay.
Yeah, there are no humans or anything. If at that time they were to shoot a documentary, then it would be a prehistoric planet.
Okay.
Yeah, if dinosaurs were alive now and if we were to shoot them, then this is what it would look like.
Okay. Got it. How far technology has gone. We can create things which are not even present, and we can make them so believable that people who actually don't know about these things, they will feel like it's real.
So I'm going to stop sharing now.
Yes, yes.
So these are the shots I have worked on prehistoric planet, and it was very fun and amazing experience I have had in VFX with an amazing team.
Yes, yes, great. The work is like
Yeah.
amazing. And how do you feel? How do you feel about yourself when you look yourself at the beginning and now? What is the
I am
difference?
more I'm more prouder.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yes. I'm more prouder and mature, like with in terms of my work and everything. When I started, it was much more of like we were doing, but without knowing like what we are doing. So
Yes,
I
yes.
guess that changed a little. Yeah.
Like I have been talking to other people as well, and I figured out this whoever has done a good job in this animation, they have thought about what to do, like why to
Mhm.
animate in that way, the reason,
Yeah.
which is a part missing here. Like if I talk about teaching, then this is missing. They don't know why they are doing what they are doing. Even we did not know, so we cannot expect. Like I actually did not expect that this will happen now as well. Like I completed
Yeah.
2012, and now when I started this thing, before starting this, I just took a survey. I thought like let's do a survey, and I just put questions in the Facebook group. And I came to know like people who have already completed 3 years of courses, they are having so simple doubts in animation, and uh, they are lacking so behind, like the same things which I was facing at that time, the same things they are
Yeah.
also facing, the challenges.
Yeah. It is still the same. Even my one of my cousins did animation.
Yes.
It is still the same. The institutes are same. Even they use the correct version of softwares and everything. It's everywhere. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So
That is, we cannot say anything on that, but I can only
yeah.
talk about like at least you should give. It is not about now, people also don't know that it is not required to learn everything. As they are
Yes.
not
Yes. Yes.
aware, that is why they are learning. And they are feeling
Yeah.
like I am learning so many things. That is why I can pay this much money. Like if you tell them I can teach you a specific thing in detailed format, then they will be like, no, I want to learn so many things. They
Yeah.
don't
Yeah. Then
actually realize what is important.
yeah. Yeah. Maybe it's not easy. I guess it's how the things are around us.
Yes,
If someone would have to tell me in 2011 that I will teach you only animation, not anything else, then I would have also said no.
yes, that's what I'm saying. They are not aware. That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
that they are not aware that it is not necessary to go for
Yeah.
these big programs and learn everything. Anyways, you
Yes.
will not carry those things ahead. You will do only one specific thing, and you will not be doing anything else. And gradually you will forget everything.
Yeah. You can make a career out of it.
Yes, like one specific thing you can make a career, but if I say like everything. Earlier it used to be. Earlier people used to
Yeah.
hire generalists at that time. But now I see they need specialists.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a specialist. Like if it is a modeler, then animator. Nobody needs like I want one person to do everything. So earlier there was no budget and everything. That is why
Yeah.
you say no, like we used to not get salary. I started at 3,500 per month. So that was
Mm.
the time, that was a difficult phase. Now it is growing. Now the industry is growing. That is why
Yeah.
people want to come into the industry. But it is necessary
Yeah.
to make them aware that if you
Mm.
are planning to come, then understand these things.
Yes. And I think it's mostly booming about after the internet, I guess. But in 2011, there were no access to internet, like how frequent we can access the internet now, the information on it about animation or everything.
Yes,
That helped a lot, like,
yes.
way a lot. Yeah. So
Uh,
people came to know, yeah, people came to know like that in Bollywood we are also using animation. What is animation? Then they were curious about like what is animation. Then they got to know it. We have to do this on computer. Then they were like, oh, computer, okay, I will learn it. I have met people who who started it because it was done on computer. They thought it was games or anything, but then they dropped out in between somewhere during the studies, or they didn't continue it. In my batch there were like 32 people, only 4 of them are working
same,
in animation.
same here.
Yeah.
Same here. Yes.
So now it's same, kind of same, I guess. Still it's same, but people, we are getting many more artists from the different parts of India.
What do you think the gap is like? The way you said, uh, what beginners feel. So, what do you think the gap is, or what do you suggest the beginners, whoever is planning to come into the animation industry? So, what are few pointers maybe you can share, like what you have faced?
Mhm.
So you can share like those things they can think about before coming to the industry.
Hmm. For nowadays, it's not very important, super important to get into an institution. You can find things on online, I guess, pretty much online. And other things you can learn while working in a production, like most of the things you are going to learn in production. But what institute taught you, like it teaches you, is almost just the tools and the name, the user interface. You can get the environment there, different people with different backgrounds, cultures. That is what I get from the institution. I
Mm.
get my friends who are still my friends. Other than in terms of like, if you say like what I got from there for my animation career or anything, it's just the tools I got to learn from there. Then everything else I learned in production or myself. For new starters, it's not very necessary, I think, personally, to go through an institution. But as a for our parents, they always think like if you doesn't have a certificate or a degree, then what are you gonna do? Who's gonna give you a job? And
Yes, yes.
these things affect your marriage also.
India. This is
Yeah.
India.
So there are so many things that works around you, and
So
you have
these are
to
the
work.
myths. No, these are the myths they have in their mind.
Yeah, yeah,
That if I don't do get certificate, then I'll not get a job. They need to break that myths.
yeah. So it's going to be broken. I think it's slowly.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
It's going to
you
happen.
know, yeah, people are getting much aware about their careers now.
Who is actually serious, they will get aware. But
Yeah, yeah.
who just thinks about as a money part, they will think like, okay, it is easy. When they come to know that it is a huge investment or it is very tough, then they leave. And it's better that they leave at that point of time. That they don't waste their time as well and their money as well. It is very much
Yeah,
important for them to understand that yes, this is not for you. If you are planning to just make money out of it, you will just spoil your life. When you will get corrections back to back, you will get screwed up.
yeah, yeah. I still hear people like, I'm gonna leave this thing and I'm gonna go home and do something, handle a business, open a showroom or anything. I still get these things, but it's not as frequent as it was back in 2017, 16, 15. It's getting lesser and lesser, and it's a good sign, I guess, for our industry.
No, I also used to say that I will not work, but I figured out that yes, I used to say that because I actually enjoy teaching more. Like if I
Okay.
help somebody to get some results, then I feel more happy rather than doing something for myself. So now, like
Yeah,
animators generally, they do good quality work and they enjoy, like, I did this thing great or I worked on this
yeah,
project. But I enjoy more like if I can deliver something to a student or if I can teach something to someone which can help them in certain way, then I get more happy about that. That yes, because of me, now he's going to do these things or he's going to follow these steps, which will
yeah,
help him in some way. So that is why I chose to train and teach them because there are two things. You can be good at something you do, but you might not be good at teaching that thing.
yeah,
So this is what I see in animators. Like animators, there are a lot of good animators, great animators, but if
yeah,
you will tell them to teach, they will not be able to deliver it.
yeah. Yeah, they might not communicate very well,
Yes,
like
yes,
how they do their own stuff.
yes,
So
yes.
it's
That
it's,
is
it's
the
there. Yeah,
yes. So lot of different skills to be combined together and then put it together and deliver it. Then only people will understand in a simpler way. So
yeah,
that is what I feel like that is also a skill which needs to be developed if you want to teach people. So this is majorly because I feel connected to this process like sharing and this makes me more happy.
yeah. It's good what you are doing. Recently seen your videos and I really enjoyed what you are doing. And good luck to that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah. Even if not a huge crowd, maybe lesser, it doesn't matter. Like lesser people understands you or what you are trying to do. It's okay. But I will say like see the bigger picture. In
Yes,
the near future, uh,
I am seeing a very big picture.
good.
Because I have learned to dream big. So
Yeah,
I am having a very big picture in my mind, but I want to do like in the right way. So that is why
yeah,
I'm following that process. So this needs to be done. If somebody is not doing, then someone has to come up and do this thing. This is for sure a genuine thing which needs to be done.
yes, yes.
So you can
As
find out big institutes and everything. Maybe you can find out great colleges or learn animation online. But
yeah,
the internal part, what you are facing and the guidance you need for that particular thing, that you will not get from the online program or
yeah, yeah,
just enroll the program. You can learn animation very advanced level. But why to use that, how that will help you or why you should do this, those things they need to have somebody to guide them.
yes, yes. That is also very important.
And thank you for being so humble. So I feel like whoever has joined this session, whoever has come
Yeah.
on the show, like I feel like everybody is really humble and genuine because they get connected to what I want to do. That is why you chose to come here and share your time, or else you
Yeah,
would
yeah.
not have come here and share your knowledge and your experience.
It's yeah. I was also going to say like you are doing a good thing, and maybe that's why we are here and people will be here.
Yes, yes.
It's a good thing you are doing.
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Anything else you would like to add up, or something you would like to share which can add more value to this thing, to this session?
Uh, I guess in terms of like my work experience, what I learned like do your thing, work, and don't stress. Don't take stress. And if you are having any stress or difficulty delivering your thing, or no, like you got some XYZ shot, and just talk it out with your colleagues and supervisor, even HODs. At first, they might or will feel intimidated, but they are there to help you, I guess.
Yes,
So the good key is to communicate and sort it out. If you're gonna stretch it long, then it's also gonna affect your production time, work, even your soups are gonna kill you.
deadlines
Yeah,
are deadlines.
yeah, yeah.
Sometimes
So
deadline become villains.
yeah, this is what I recently learned. Like if you're stuck, then just simply ask someone.
Yes,
Don't sit there, just ask someone. If you can't find someone, then reach out to your lead. Then if he doesn't have a time, sometimes it feels like they have a delivery in the evening and you are about to ask and something, then they forgot, and then you were like, he's not gonna tell me, I'm not gonna ask anyone, I'm gonna just sit here and solve it my own. Then ask someone else. So don't stop there.
yes. This happens when we are not confident. We have a lot of things going in our head.
Yeah, yeah,
Like if I'll ask, then what he will tell, or what he how he will reply. So the same example you gave at the beginning, like somebody posted a video and because of the negative
yeah,
comments, he did not even posted another video. The
yeah,
same
yeah.
way.
I don't think he's gonna post again.
Yes, that's what, like the
Yeah,
same way. That is what we have
yeah.
a fear inside.
Hmm.
We need to handle that and make them aware that this is not what you think.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you so much, and maybe we can meet again, and you can share some tips on, if you can share something on acting front. You have been working into CD as well.
Yeah.
If you could share something on the acting shots, some tips, or maybe you think about those kind of shots, how to approach those shots, acting shots.
For me, acting shorts, I haven't been doing them from last 2 years. So I seriously, I tell you that I lost my like hand on those things.
Yeah.
So what I usually do when I was doing those, like I just get the feeling of the character. Like even if with the hand, I don't usually do acting. I was not very good, and I still am not very good at acting. Maybe that's why I am enjoying working at VFX with creatures and
Okay.
stuff.
Okay. Okay. So that is the
So
secret for getting into VFX.
yeah, I am very bad at acting, but with if someone shoots for me, then it's okay. I can do the animation. It's not that big of a problem, but the acting reference sometimes it's really hectic. So I am surely not the guy for
I,
acting
I
references.
I have been talking to Ben, like in the last session. I talked to
Yeah,
Ben, and he said like he used to act multiple, like 3 hours, 4 hours, and shoot hundreds of videos, and then choose
Yeah.
one video or maybe compile all the videos, whichever part is good in that specific video, and then make it out and then do the animation. So you might have seen the last episode of The Bad Guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen it, but it, I'm not saying like that they can spend 3 hours, they get the time, but it's for me, it was always like a 3-day deadline for an episode. So we get like 25 to 20 seconds somewhere in between. Then I
Yes,
don't have 3
major, that
hours
is the
to
major
spend on
difference.
this.
That is the major difference. The culture is
Yeah,
very much different. So the timeline they
yeah,
have is quite ahead than us, like multiple times. You can say about 10 times it might be. So what we
yeah,
get, we have to deliver in that specific time. They can get that thing delivered in maybe 10 times the time. They get more time.
yeah. Yes, yes.
That is why they
So,
have so much deep thought process on the work they do,
yeah, yeah.
deliver it.
I really, yeah, I really love like how Montreal. I've also worked with Montreal animation team, and I really love that how they approach their shot.
Hmm.
They were strong, very strong planning for their
Yes.
shots. Yeah, and but for me personally, the studios I went, they are not very huge, I guess. So they were more into like quantity of animation, not the
Yes, yes,
quality.
yes. It depends on the project and budget as well. So if you
Yes,
are
yes,
working on a good project, then obviously you will get time. But still,
yeah.
if I talk about culture, then it is far better outside.
I guess.
Like this is
Yeah.
what I feel after talking to people who are working there. Earlier
Yes,
I
yes,
was not
yes.
knowing, but now when I know
Mm,
that this is how it works there, so I really feel great about it. Like if somebody gets into that thing, then he should be proud of.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, then we can
Okay. Mm.
finish it up and hope to see you again.
Yeah, surely.
Some
I will be. Yeah,
some crazy animation you do it again, and maybe we can talk about that in very much detail.
yeah, yeah. I'm working on something, and it's gonna be great as
Yes,
our prehistoric. Yeah,
yes, yes. Thank you for
yeah,
joining in and wish you more success. Take care.
yeah. Thank you, Naresh, for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so
Good
much
luck.
for
Yeah,
joining and sharing your time.
yeah, yeah.
So,
See you. Bye.
you. Bye bye. Take care.